I hicked up on that last time. Whoops. What? Technical difficulties on an Amelia's-hart stream? Who would have ever seen that coming? Shara witches, and welcome to Myst-ical. I unexplicably drowsy at the moment. I'm waking up. We're gonna be playing Riven, and I think that's gonna wake me up because I have opinions on this game. Um, we are gonna have to do some tech support. Problem with tech support on this is that there's no audio on the menu, unlike on Myst. So I'm gonna launch real quick. Let's see if I can load a saved game real quick. No, that's big time spoilers. Okay, let's load this one real quick and see if we can't. Ooh, that's loud for me. If it's loud for me, it's probably loud for y'all. Okay. We'll see if that's better. I don't know. It's definitely better on my ears, that's for sure. That's as low as it'll go. Alright. We have some audio playing. We'll give that a minute. I hope that's alright, because that's as low as we can get the audio, and I can still hear it. Alright. Alright. Well, with that, we've done our sound check. Alright, we're gonna play Riven. If you are not familiar with this game, this is the second game in the Myst saga, so it's Myst and then Riven, a sequel to Myst. And we're going to talk about this game. I have thoughts on it. If you were not here for the last live stream when I played through Myst, I have my notebook here, which has answers to puzzles, but I cannot solve a puzzle unless we have found all the hints in the game. So this is how I'm like, I'm not just going to sit here and stare at the screen and like pretend I don't know answers, because I actually probably don't remember the answer. And so, like, we won't just be sitting here forever, because this is supposed to be, like, it took us 10 hours to beat this game on my private playthrough with my husband. It took us 5 hours to beat Myst, and then 2 for the stream. So, this is saying half the time, so I don't know if we'll get through Riven today. It's gonna depend. I don't know. We're starting off with, like, a 10-minute cutscene, so we're gonna see. Alright, so yeah, I guess to catch up anyone real quick, for anyone who has not seen Myst, there's a whole playthrough on the channel if you want to go watch it. Before we dive into spoilers, this is a pretty straight sequel. It will spoil Myst. End of Myst, we rescued Atris out of Dunny, where he had been trapped by his sons. Atris went off and he destroyed the books that linked to where his sons were. And he told us that he would eventually need our help. But he didn't say with what, because at the time that the original game was out, there was no what's next. This is going to be a significant quality drop from real Myst, because Riven has just the one version. But at least we are not switching between discs every single time. Alright, but I'm going to shut up, because we have a 10-minute cutscene that we have to start. So let's hit new game. Yes, I know all unsaved progress will be lost. It'll be fine. Ubisoft. This is one of the many cyan logos. I think they have a different one every single game we're gonna play. I think. Except for maybe 5. I think 5 might be slightly different. I'm not sure. Because they were cyan, then cyan ink, then cyan worlds.
Thank God. I need your help. There's a great deal of history that you should know. I'm afraid that I must continue my writing
subtitles, so I can't talk because it's so quiet.
There's also a chance, if this all goes well, that I might be able to get you back to the place that you came from.
Good music. Always good music in these games. There's still more cutscene, by the way. We're gonna wait here a minute. I don't speak Dunny. Wild. I like how much more dramatic this intro is, though, from Myst. Myst kind of opens with, like, here you go, and this one kind of opens with, what the fuck? We're still waiting on cutscenes. I don't think that was 10 minutes, but it is a long-ass cutscene. Alright. When my cursor shows up, we finally can play again. Alright. Real quick, we had that book stolen. Like I did last time, I'm not going to read these because they get obscenely long. So I'm just going to flip through this real quick so you guys can pause screen if you would like to read through it. I'm not going to do that because that's obnoxious. Basically, it goes over the fact that this age is unstable because Gin wrote it. This one isn't long. The other books are longer. Basically, it goes over this book. This age is unstable, Gin's been trapped there, and Catherine's disappeared. Alright, let's look around. Yes. Yes. There is this thing, which we'll come back to. If you've played Uru, you might have seen this thing, and it is the same thing. Alright, can I? Okay, I'm gonna leave that for now because I don't want to spoil the game. Big giant knife. There's this tiny knife. Lots of knives. What is going on with my transitions here? Fastest. Let's just do normal. Resume. I guess that's just where we're at. Why is it so... These Things are really slow. I don't remember them being this slow. 1 second. Options. It could just be that my computer is lagging. Okay. Let's go back a second. Alright. Have a look around. In here. Hello. I'll push that button in a minute. I want to look at these real quick. Because these kind of go over the story of what's going on, at least according to Gen. So here's Gen, and here's the Starfishers. Everything's on fire. That's Atris with the book. All of this depiction is if you read Book of Atris, which is one of the companion novels that came out between Myst and Riven. It's a prologue to Myst, but it's also a bridge to Riven. So this is, again, he was trying to recreate Dunny here on Riven. What is this? This is talking about the art of writing. Again, thought he was a god. Because he could write books. Thinks he's a god creating people. Christian symbolism is Christian symbolism. And there should be one more. Maybe. Do we click on it? Yeah. So yeah. Gen thinks he's a god. This is his temple. Yada yada yada. Okay. Can't get through there. So we need to go back. And I'm going to click this twice because I already know how to solve this. Mostly because this is one of the obnoxious things about the game. Not the loading cutscenes that just happens. One of the obnoxious things about this game is its color scheme, because it's not immediately obvious you can click on a lot of things. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. With this puzzle in particular. So if you give me just a moment. Because I can't move. Drowsy. Also, I feel like this whole moving wall thing is such a letdown when you have this and you can look in here. I wish you could have, like, spied on someone in there. That would have been cool. So many things I wanted out of this that didn't happen. It's fine. Alright, so this is one of the things that is obnoxious in this game. Is that if you see a gate that's locked with clearly a passage behind it, your first thought, probably, particularly when, like, beginning of games, oh, I need to find a key. Because, like, you could pick up objects. We did go find keys in Myst, so it would follow, I need a key. No. You go under the gate. And I'm like, sure. It's not really immediately obvious that is the solution to the puzzle. I think I did this wrong too. Yeah, I need to do it 2 more times. Okay. And you can't, there's no point where you can unlock the gate. You just have to go under it every single time. Which is, not hard. It's just frustrating. 'Cause, like, I'm gonna say this better in my actual review, but, like, Riven is a sequel to Myst, and I feel like, in a lot of sense, the developers wanted to do that so that, like, under the assumption that, oh, you've played Myst, you understand how basic puzzles work, you know that you need to be clicking on things and looking for answers. Also, it's incredibly obvious when they have, like, I don't know if you could see the square, because I can't highlight it with my mouse, when they like, hide square things. I don't know. But old game things that I think are funny. Anyway, so I get that. I get, like, wanting to make the puzzles more difficult and, like, have more critical thinking puzzles and stuff like that. But, like, it doesn't matter how, like, clever your puzzles are if you can't see what you need to click on. And that's going to be probably 90% of what I talk about while playing Riven, is that it's not that the game is bad, and it's not that the puzzles are poorly designed. It's that they don't really do a good job making it obvious what you can click on. Okay, that opened the gate. I know what gate that opened. We're gonna go through. And I will point it out probably several times because that's honestly, I don't want to say that's like 90% of my problems with this game, because that sounds like really superficial, but when you see like how much of the game it takes up, it'll make more sense that that's a criticism, I think. Because it's not like it's just this puzzle that does it. It's kind of like there's a lot more of assuming that you will connect the two things without really introducing anything that would indicate they deserve connection. Because, like, I could get, like, oh, well, we put this knife down here, so you were going to interact with it. But, like, there's no reason for us to want to interact with the knife. Oh, that was the wrong turn. Wait, I know. I know what I need to do. I do know what I need to do. I forgot which gate it opened. 2 more rotations, we'll be done. We'll be done with over here. That's a lie, I think. We have to keep rotating it. We're gonna get there eventually, guys. We're gonna get there eventually. I keep going to WASD like I can control. Like this isn't a point-and-click adventure game. That's not gonna do me anything. That's not gonna do me any good. Okay, it opened that gate. One more? Yes, because it's Pentagon room. I have a diagram of the room drawn up. Somewhere in here. I don't know. I think just a lot of the puzzles like assumed that that players would make inferences that I don't think are immediately obvious. And of all the games that we got stuck on, and it wasn't even like we needed help with the puzzles. The puzzles were solvable. It's the connect the dots that I think needs help. All right. Because I think there could be some work on proving the connect the dots. I'm sorry, the spinning puzzle is taking so long. There are some cool cutscenes too. Don't worry, we're not just gonna do waiting for spinning doors. We have to get the spinning doors out of the way, and then we get to do the cool cutscenes. Because there are some really cool, there's some really cool machines in this game. So yeah. I don't want to come down hard on Riven because I think a lot of people are really nostalgic about it too. Which, you know, fair. But thoughts. I have thoughts. That's all. It's fine. This is so slow. This is so slow. I don't know if it's my computer being slow because my streaming computer is a bit of a clunker now. That's fine. Okay. We need to come over here and turn on this power so that we can move something later. As well as over here if I can get there. I'm gonna turn off the water effects. Cause my computer, yep, that got way better. Marvin's just too old for water effects, even though there aren't any over here. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay, we can't get to there, so let's head out. I'll leave that switch alone for now. Finally leave this area. Okay. We have door. Weird spider cage. Don't think this chair does anything. It just kind of explains, like, how Gen does this thing. And that statement will make more sense later. I always expected to see something going on in here. I think we're recording. I just have my hand on Wasta like it's gonna do something. Alright, we need to open that. So far so good, right? Obvious puzzles. We're coming up on a puzzle too. Fortunately, this is not the last game in the series that doesn't have closed captions. But it's the last one in the saga. Uru does not have closed captions, which is frustrating, but Exile Revelations and End of Ages do, so that's another frustrating thing, is that there's no closed captions in here. This weird ass temple. I'm gonna go over here. And we're gonna get one of the cool machines finally. Ah. Also, that black border is because of screen resolution. That's not me, like, weirdly making the screen. That's just, like, that's how it is. Which is fine. That'll just make it easier to crop whenever I do the review, I guess. This was designed for an older computer. Alright. Let's do a cool cutscene. I'm looking for a cool cutscene. Cool machines. Yes, please. Cool machines and weird animals. That's the Myst series. Those are like the highlights of the Myst series. Alright, let's go. Roller coaster time. Now I feel embarrassed I can't do the, like, but yeah, I remember this was the coolest shit as a kid. Except this is the part where you had to change discs. Every time you switch islands, you had to change discs. Oh yeah. So, that was fun. That's the nice thing about this port, is you don't have that. Alright. Waiting for my cursor. Alright. We have this real quick. This is another obnoxious thing, because that noise to me just sounds like kind of like a squeaky gear. It's not. This is where closed captioning would be useful, because that noise is not very distinct. Particularly because you're just writing, you would likely write down that symbol, because you should be writing down that symbol. But probably wouldn't notice the noise, and that's kind of what I mean by hello, weird things. Not great association between things. It'll follow more later. Right now, I'm gonna go and try to pet those when I get my cursor back. They come back every time, and you have to watch that cutscene every time. So, click on this. That's a different noise and a different symbol. Alright. Trying to think which way we should go first. We're gonna go this way first. And there's a method to that madness. I'm gonna go this way first. I'm gonna click on this guy. think if there's anything else that we needed to see in here other than that beetle. Oh yeah, the big fish. Tuskfish. Those have a name. I forgot what they're called. It's in Gin's journal that we get later. We're gonna have another cutscene over here. Also, that bridge cuts back to that, like, cleared pavilion area. Right now we're waiting for this guy in the alarm tower. Okay. Okay, yes, I made the right decision here. Alright, everyone's gonna go and hide. There's a very small child playing over there on the bridge that we're waiting for. Who may or may not come and scare me later. We'll see. Okay. Alright. Can't do anything with that. Just click on it. Might as well. Might as well look at everything. Yeah, we gotta come over here to lower that. And now we're gonna go back over to our duck friends. Not duck friends, our dinosaur friends. Alright. Alright. Like, I guess the Rivenese city is a good way to highlight, what I mean by, like, everything's difficult to see. Like, this entire age is almost entirely monochromatic. In the sense that, like, everything is a shade of brown. And I understand that the age is falling apart. So it's, like, brown and dying. But it makes it hard to see. So it's, like, not the best color palette choice for making things visible when everything is... Oh, you're back. I have to wait for you. Get the fuck out of here. It's not the easiest to see when everything's the same color. That's all the point is. And it's like... Also, this was the scene we saw at the end of Myst in Rhyme. No, you're not there. Okay. This is our... Turn the water on. Can I have my mouse back? There it is. Alright, we got another one of these. Third one. That one sounds like the beetle. I don't, like... Because obviously, like, this is part of a puzzle. I'm not going to tell y'all what puzzle it is until we get to it. But I don't know about y'all. But for myself, the audio cues, because each of these balls do have a different audio cue. That was not immediately obvious. What's obvious is different symbol on ball, right? That's the thing you notice. And because that's the thing you're more likely to write down and have to draw, it would follow that that's the thing that stands out more. And so you're not really noticing the sound while, you know, doing that. That may just be me. I don't know. But like, that was the only puzzle we, like, really had a hard time on. Why am I not turning around? Please turn me around. That was the only puzzle we had a hard time on because, like, the dots were not obvious to connect. I guess because it wasn't obvious that it was playing different sounds. But if we had closed captioning at the bottom, I would have noticed, like, makes beetle sound or whatever. That doesn't ruin the fucking puzzle. That's like 90% of my complaints in these games. Is that, like, closed captioning doesn't ruin the puzzle because you still have to figure out the order and you have to know what the numbers mean. But there's a... I don't know. There's not an obvious connection in some of these. I guess I don't know how to put it. Hopefully I'll figure out how to put it once I get to the review. Right now I'm just distracted by this shit. Okay. Weird water bubbles, but the age is collapsing, so that's fine. Alright. We're gonna make more water bubbles so that all of these things are accessible to us. I have another example of things not being immediately obvious. Actually, real quick. And I'm not going to play through the entire thing because it takes an obscene amount of time to do it. But we're going to go to a place that basically teaches you the Dunny number system. But it doesn't really teach you the Dunny number system. So we're going to do that real fast. And, like... let's just get to the school before I go off again about this. Because, like, I do like Riven. I like Riven. It's still very nostalgic for me. Not as nostalgic as playing Myst. But there are some things in this game that it feels like the storytellers, the developers behind the game... You know when like, an author gets really into their world building and they're like, oh, well, this is obvious because I know XYZ about my world. And they don't really connect the dots for the reader. That's a big problem with this game, and we're going to highlight on that here. And it's not that you can't figure it out, it's just that it's kind of unnecessarily weird. That's again. Still speaking Johnny, we can't understand them. But the audio is, and like, I don't want to knock the game for how old it is on that, but the audio isn't great. Having subtitles would have helped with that issue to, like, he's speaking a foreign language. I don't know. Alright. I just wanted to show y'all that real quick. Alright, so here we have the part of the Dunny alphabet. I don't think it's the whole Dunny alphabet. And so you would think, oh, well, I have to copy down the letters. We're going to figure out the alphabet. That you never use that in here. It's not even the whole alphabet. Alright. This puzzle. This is how you figure out numbers. So, and I'll actually put up the visuals for Dunny numbers in my official review of the game, and not just this. But this is how you figure out numbers, and it's obvious because how many ticks. The thing goes down, the symbol that matches is the number of ticks that goes down. There's a weird thing, but the problem is that this thing only goes up to 10. And the Dunny number system is more complicated because it does Roman numeral stuff where like basically once you get to a different number, or you get to a certain number, it like does grouping things. And this may just be because I've only ever done math with like Arabic, like not Roman numerals, but like Arabic numbers, like the numbers we like I I don't know what the name is for them now, but like basic numbers. Other basic numbers. Wow, that's smart. Like I have never had to do math with a number system that I'm just gonna click this back and forth until the guy gets eaten. I have never had to do math on a system that works like a Roman numeral system. I've only ever done it counts forward in numbers and it just gets bigger in numbers. I've never had to use a grouping system. And so, fair. Like, I don't think that way. But it doesn't exactly work like Roman numerals because Roman numerals group on fives. So I could get if it was like a tally system that groups on 5. But this one switches on 4s. So like you'll have, I don't know how to put it. Technically it rotates on 5, but only the first 4 numbers are original. So 1 isn't like a horizontal line. 2 is like a curve on it's this symbol, but the curve is on this side. 3 is the like K looking thing. It'll look like KI. And then 4 is a square in this corner. And then 5 rotates 1 to a horizontal. And so, yes, you can pattern follow, but it doesn't, there's no like, this is a classroom. There should be some kind of more explicit explanation somewhere, I feel, about how that works. Like, even if it, like, this is how we count. So, like, it's in Dunny, we can't translate it. But if, like, the numbers are written out in some, like, say there were, like, math examples somewhere around here. So, like, we don't know the basic number. We don't know the big numbers. But if we can figure out, like, the basic numbers on this little whale thing, and then we go over to the chalkboard, oh, like, over here, and there are, like, math puzzles written out, and so this is, like, 9 plus 8, which we can get over there, and then it shows us 17. That's important because it doesn't really explain how numbers over 10 work. And over 10 gets complicated because then it starts doing, like, overlap Roman numerals, where basically you'll, like, even with 9, the symbol for 9 is the symbol for 4 and the symbol for 5 on top of each other. Where's 10? Oh, that was 10. So that wasn't the symbol for 2, that was the symbol for 10. It gets stupidly complicated, and they don't explain it super well. And they don't even explain because, and this gets into, like, the point I made about how, like, it feels like this is author's first world building exercise, because they don't even explain the thing about the numbers, because they multiply. They basically do. The only way I can explain it is if you know anything about French numbers. Basically, 60 through 80 has this weird naming convention, where it's, off the top of my head, I can only think of how they do 80, but it's 4 20s. So you'll say, basically you'll say 4 times 20. It's the only thing I can think off the top of my head. And so they basically there's a multiple in how they do numbering that determines how well the symbols are written, but they never explain it. And you need the symbol 25 later on, and we'll get to it, but they don't tell you what that symbol is, and it doesn't work on the rotate the numbers, overlap this stuff. So, like, Myst has really cool, like, all of the Dunnyverse has really cool and interesting world building. But, like, even if you read the book, you wouldn't know this. They don't explain it. Fortunately, the numbers stay consistent for the rest of the series. They explain it better later. So once you figure out that puzzle, you can use it for the rest of the series, which is great. Alright, we need to keep going on our tour around here. That's my rant. That's my rant. It's just that they don't make... It's... They could have still made it, like, a couple of steps to be more difficult of, like, we're not just going to give you a translation key. I get that. But there's some assumptions on patterns that people would figure out the numbers. And you can. Obviously you can. People did. It happened before the internet was out. But that doesn't mean it's not still frustrating and I'm not still bitter. Can I do this now? Okay, maybe. It'll come down. I don't know if I can write it up. Because I didn't find this on my private playthrough until... Yeah, I don't think I can take that until I fill in the floor. That's fine. We'll just come back here. Okay. Fortunately, that's the end of our little pond tour. We're gonna go do other stuff now. So yeah, that's just my vent. The world building, excellent. Very interesting world. If you get a chance to read the books, absolutely do it. They're extremely well written. The world of Dunny is amazing. I just think that on Riven they went a little bit too hard on, hey, we made this cool world, let us tell you about it. And didn't really seed explanations very well. That's my personal opinion. Maybe that's just because I don't like following audio cues. We've done that. We've done that. Okay. I may have underestimated how long this game would take again. We'll see. Okay. Now that we've done that, it's time to go on another roller coaster ride. So now we can take the submarine around the whole island. Not the whole island, that whole lake. Also, you never get a look at that beetle again, and it's kind of important. That's a bit of a problem. It's fine, but it's a bit of a problem. Alright, roller coaster time. Everybody's hands up. Let's go. Let's go. I'm so dumb. Okay, I think these are heating coils, because if I remember in the books, the water on Riven works weird, where basically when it gets hot, too hot it floats. And so the water doesn't want to be in here. It's basically like Mulholland in Kipo and Age of Wonder Beasts, where there's a parasite in the water that doesn't want to get hot. Which, like, I don't blame it. I wouldn't want to be in boiling water either. So that's why the tunnel works the way it does. Also, the level of Rube Goldberg machine that these rides get in, ooh, that looks pretty. This scared me as a kid. Just as an aside. Going through this tunnel, I remember having, like, nightmares about it. Like, something's gonna jump out now at me. Something is going to get me here. I was always... And you had to switch discs. Like, about there or right at the end. I think it might have... I don't remember if it was in the middle of the cutscene. Okay. This is useless. Okay. So we need to move that. Alright. I remember this puzzle. I want to see if I can remember the order without checking my book. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Stop. Okay. Okay, so first we turn off the heater. The main up in the heater. And that brings the grate up. So we do need to do that. We also need to turn off the heat. That turns off the heat. Alright, now we need to drain this. My cursor, there it is. I don't remember how to drain it. Okay, okay. I want that up because that... That was weird. Okay. I don't remember how to do this next part. I wrote down what all the levers do, but I forget the order that we need to do it in. Oh, there we go. I figured it out. All on my own. I did, actually. The notes I have are completely different puzzles. Okay. So we turned off the heat, cooled the water, and now we can go in. Here we go. Alright, 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 alright. Into the hole. It's dark. Fortunately, there's nothing to see in here. That's another thing. There's nothing to see in a lot of this. It's just all browns and blues. Which is, you know, it's a color scheme. It's a choice. Okay, we gotta unlock that. So now we can go up and down. Because you can't open that from below. But you can open it from above. Now we can open it from below. Because I unlocked it from above. So smart. Alright. This is a secret. I will give you this secret. You use it in, like, literally every Myst game. Close the doors behind you. It solves, like, all the puzzles. Okay. There's always a puzzle where there's something hidden behind a door. Oh, no, wait, I want it. Oop. Yeah, so now something can get in it. And there's no power. That's fine. I know what that's about anyway. Okay. I didn't show you the other one of these. But there was one on the other island. It doesn't matter. We have this. We can't solve it right now. We have this. Okay. And then we have this direction that we can go in. Alright. That door is locked, so I'm not even gonna bother with it right now. And this is why we needed to go do that thing earlier, mess around with the rooms, so that we can get in here. And now we can get over here. So, you know, worth it. Alright, now we have a shortcut back. Turn around and check for buttons. Now we can get up here. We're so smart. We're so smart. Figuring out this shit. I curse less in the reviews, so if that bothers you, come back for the review. Come back for the review in a little bit. Keep trying to click WASDA like it's gonna do something. Oh, there's the other one that we didn't go get for right now. We didn't want to worry about it. And this... we can't get to it right now. But we're back at the temple pentagon. So now we can loop all of the islands. Very useful. Very, very useful. Okay. Alright. Now we need to go back because we need to go to more islands than just those 3. So we're gonna go back that switch. If you follow the... that's the wrong way. If you follow that wire, it will take you... Can I do this now? Can I do this now? Nope, there's just no power to it. That's fine. I already know what you get from that. And it'll save us having to wait. Alright, we'll come back to that in a second. First I'm gonna... Now we can go through this door. But I don't want to, so... I just wanted to unlock it. Alright, click that. Okay. So this is Gen's lab. There's nothing we can interact on. That's not true. There are 2 things we can interact on. This one will make more sense if you read his journal. A book? A linking book? Why would you burn a linking book? Wait, Gen's making linking books? Suspense. Yeah, Gen was making linking books. We're gonna go... We'll flip through his journal. I will summarize, and you can read it if you'd like. Where is it? Oh, there's this as well. I'll look at this real quick. So this is describing one of the eyes. It's one we cannot get to. Over in, like, on the route of the sub. And it doesn't make a noise like the rest. Like, it makes just, like, wood on wood. But we get the another symbol. That's fine. No, I didn't want to read that again. Go away! I want to read this. Alright, this is Gen's book. It's got a 5 on it. 5 is Gen's number. He thinks it's number. This is also... I mentioned this in, my Myst review. They like doing the fonts. Which, like, stylistically... this looks good. I like Gen's handwriting. It's very pretty. But, like, legibly, maybe it's just me having a hard time with cursive, but, have a hard time with this. Have a hard time with cursive. But basically this is going over, he tried to investigate the star fissure, which is where Atris disappeared out of. That's the start of Myst. This is the thing we needed to write down. This is another thing that I meant on the numbers, where this looks like 9-8, so the 98 age, which doesn't follow, but it never explains that that's actually, what number is that? It's like the 222nd or something like that, if I remember. But yeah, it's not important to solving anything, it's just frustrating because I never explain it. This is important, I wrote that down. Age on which he settled, so yeah, he's developing ages, numbering them because he doesn't give them names. This refers to the islands, and it points to stairs on top of the dome. This is a code. Again, this is the point where they don't tell us what the numbers mean. Like, these 4 you can follow. You could probably figure it out through, 1 second. Those are different numbers. Well, shit. Those are different numbers. Some of them are. Yeah, no, those are definitely different. Access code to all the I've got to take notes, guys. I wasn't expecting to have to take notes. I didn't realize that this was random. But yeah, the point is that I never explained that the X is 25. Oh boy. Okay. We're gonna see how well I do my dunny numbers. Okay. Okay, well, there are a couple numbers that I know are fact. The X is 25. That one's easy. The first one is 11. Okay. Okay. I'm in trouble. I'm in danger. This is not good. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Alright. Dunny number system. I have no guilt on this, by the way. The Dunny number system is difficult to follow. And I don't feel bad about it. Okay. So we have 11. And then, I can't even read this. 18. Good to know if you play this game, it will randomize it on you. I was not expecting that. 21. It's like the devs could hear me shitting on the game. And then 24. Okay. Well, that's good to know. We'll need that later. It's a secret tool for later. Alright. That was new. Okay, so he's talking about Catherine leading the Black Modi, who's like a rebel group against him because, of course, he's evil. This is the dagger symbolizing it. So we know, oh, at the beginning they were good guys, maybe. More Dunny numbers. 5th age. He calls Riven the 5th age. So yeah, he's going over his process of documenting Catherine and then catching Catherine and then finding these crystals that help people look at books. So yeah. Summarizing of the whole thing. There are a few clues in there that we'll need later. Alright, we press that button. It's time to go to a new island. Hi, Ranger. Hi, Bug. Are you gonna come help me solve all the puzzles of Dunny? Alright, we're gonna get down here. I might have to pause for a second so that I can get Bugbear, because she seems anxiously awaiting lap time. Yes, Bugbear? If you come up, you cannot rip my headphones out, as you've done many a time. Come here. Are you good? Okay. She's gonna start begging in a minute. Just watch. Just you watch. Alright. Yeah, we're going through this much quicker. We might finish tonight. We'll see. We'll see. We'll go for at least another hour and see where we are and if we're close to being done. If not done. We'll see. Hi, Bug. That's a good crawl you did. I'm on roller coasters. Do you want to come join? I don't think you would enjoy roller coasters. You're too cute for roller coasters. And too small. You are tiny. Oh, yes? Are you going to come be on stream? Come get me all the likes. Come get me all the likes. I know, I should put you on more thumbnails because you're so cute. Oh, you're pulling my headphones out. That's the one thing I told you not to do. Hello. Yes. Puppy kisses. Why can I not turn? Okay, there we go. Alrighty. We're going to go up here. We're going to go up here. Click, click, click. Click, 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 click. Don't you do it. No, don't do it. You're making it very hard to see where I'm going, but you're so cute, I can't help it. I can't help it. Yes, your head is so big. You get it from your dad. Okay. I'm not going to do this because cutscenes are slow, but we are going to click on this. And so basically each one corresponds to an island. And Gin talks about trying to do this, how the water works, in his journal. I guess I've skimmed over that. Yes, hello. You were so good. Oh, right in my face. Thanks. Thanks. I'm going to summarize this just because it takes a little time. But basically, we get a geographical map if we have the island showing up, so. I might actually want to do the puzzle for realsies. It'll be more helpful later. Oh! Yep, careful. Careful. Oop. you're gonna do that thing I told you not to do. Ugh. Thanks, bud. I have a backrest now, by the way. I think I have this one. We'll come back here if I need it, but I think I have this one written down. But yeah, so you use the topographical maps to do the things. There's another dome. It's about all we can do right now because we don't know how to interact with the domes. Oh, that's not true. We do have the password. I'm gonna do a full lap around the island before we mess with the domes. Just because we need to go on a tour. That's like what the series is. It's a cavern tour. Although right now we're not in the cavern. We'll be in the cavern eventually. We started in the cavern. Because Atris is in Dunny. Alright. Tips about moving doors opens new pathways. Reoccurring theme, this game. Oh, my backrest is a little lumpy. It's not very smooth. It's like disjointed, like it's made up of different muscles and a big butt. Lots of weird machines. Lots of weird machines in this game. Fun, 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 fun. There are a couple puzzles though that I want to make sure don't randomize as well. I was not expecting the code to randomize. I'm impressed by that. I will admit. I was not expecting it to randomize, but it also hammers in on my point of they don't explain how bigger numbers work. And that may just be me being mad at math. Bad at math. And mad at math. You know, math can just go fuck itself. Yeah. Are you a baby? Hello. No. You stay. No, 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 no. You wanted to be here, so now you gotta stay. No, you gotta stay. Or at the very least, you can't go that way. No, because that's where my headphones are. You're gonna pull the cord out. You can go this way. Oh, game is paused. Why did it pause? Why'd you pause it? Why? She didn't answer. She ran away. Okay. Oh, another cutscene. People running away from us. I didn't know I was that unappealing. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go! Alright, we have another machine. This one actually does something. Button. Hey, bug. If you come back and beg for more lap time, I'm gonna be mad at you. This is the camera in the village. And this isn't loading. There we go. Oh. Hello. There's a person in there. She really ought to just give a big middle finger to the camera. That's Katran. Oh gosh, I'm gonna get into that debate later, aren't I? I don't know if I'll do that for Riven. I might do that for the books. Because I think the books caused the problem. Not necessarily the games because I get they named her Catherine. This is an actual debate in the very small Myst community that I've been watching, um, because Catran is from Riven, and Atris not being able to pronounce her Rivenese name started calling her Catherine. Um, and it's like, okay, mispronunciation, and and that happened in the books. And I understand that they named her Catherine in Myst, probably not having decided that she was from a Riven and that backstory. And so I understand in Riven, like explaining it and like her having that backstory and like that was my name and I got rid of it because I was running away from Gin and I wanted to leave that life behind me. And so there's a debate in the community of like, should you call her Catran or should you call her Catherine? Because Catran is her given name. And like, it's kind of Anglo-Saxon colonization to call her her English name. It's, yeah. I don't know how to, I don't know how to explain it. Okay. Okay, I did this the hard way then. Oops. Okay. That one doesn't light up. So this tells us, this associates these symbols with the colors, and these symbols are what are associated with the domes. So we need to figure out which dome is which to figure out what color they are. I may or may not walk around and do all of those, but it's also going to take a long time. Hello. It's a whale. The Rivenese are scared of these things and worship them, so they're kind of important. Whale noise thing. Hello. Weird animals. Weird, cool animals. That's all we can get out of there for right now. Okay. Can I have my cursor back? Maybe? There it is. Alright. That's all the information we can get out of there. We may have to come back in case they randomize the colors, but I don't think they would. I'm not sure. Okay. We'll find out, I guess. Okay, we missed. The person took the thing and left, but that's fine. We got that cutscene with Catran. I'm keep sitting further and further back in this chair so that I can rest my feet better on the support. Alright. Another roller coaster. Here we go. Oh, we gotta change discs. Bugbear, can you go get can you go get disc 4? She said no. She's hanging out at the door, I think. I don't know if y'all can see her through my mic. I don't know. What's up, bud? Ask your dad if he can come get you. Take it if you're watching the stream. The dogs would like to go out, please. One second. I don't want her to start crying. Thank you. Alright, let's go. We'll do that in just a moment. We're gonna go up first because this is the only door that you can't go back through at the end. And that's fine. dome. Go here. Oh, they're gonna light this. Light the siren. They gotta do the siren and scare everyone off. Hide, it's the traveler. The stranger, the traveler. I forget what we're called. I think it said it in Atris's book. Oh well. Oh well. Alright. Like, this is still pretty. It's still a pretty game. Also, that's another thing. Like, I think I'll go into it more, actually, when we get to Exile. But, like, Myst's, like, biggest draw, at least for me, was the ages. And, like, yes, we are in a different age, but we spend... And there are technically other ages when we get to them. But, like, we've spent over an hour now, right, exploring this island. And it's a big island. But we haven't seen any other ages. And, like, that was the cool thing about Myst. And so it's like, you did this really cool development thing, and then didn't do it in the sequel. So I don't know. I don't know. I just have a lot of opinions on Riven. At least for me, I don't agree that it's the hot shit, you know, that, like, a lot of the Myst community seems to think about it. Like, I think it's good. But I don't think it lives up as a sequel. I just don't. I don't think. It's fucking scary ass kid. Scared the shit out of me. I forgot she shows up. I think it has a lot of really cool world building, and it's very interesting to see what happens with Gin. But it just doesn't live up to Myst. It just doesn't quite get what made Myst so, at least in my opinion, what made Myst really good was you had and I talked about this in my review, so go watch my Myst review. But, like, in Myst you had like, not obvious, you had hints. So you had books, like they have in this game, going over how ages work. And introductions to how the ages work and hints on how to solve the puzzles. Not answers, but hints. And you still like go and figure this shit out. But I think Riven goes too hard on the idea of, like, oh, well, you figured out Myst, so this is step 2. And I think that's probably the reason why a lot of people didn't go on to Exile. Because honestly, I think this game is a little bit too challenging of a step up. Mostly because it relies on a lot of learning a different number system and puzzles that don't follow or are not obviously connected. What happened? We just... Oh, I'm about to be mad. You all saw me close this. I closed it. You watched me. I'm about to be mad because if it that messed up, we're gonna have to go the whole way back around. Oh, I'm about to be mad. I'm about to be, like, madder than I was when that stupid lever puzzle wasn't working. Oh, oh no! Oh! Oh. I'm mad. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. And it's frustrating because I can't go back through that fish. I have to go the whole fucking way back around. Oh. Remember that thing where I was joking about, oh man. Oh wait, I have a better solution to this. Options. Zip mode activated. Okay. Resume. How do I do zip? Because zip mode is supposed to let me go to places I've been to before, but I'm not positive how to activate it. Oh well. Oh well, it's more fun for stream if I'm just over here raging. Irrationally. Okay. That's fine. It's not like I have anything else to do or whatever. Oh my god. Oh my... We gotta go do the roller coasters again too. Alright. No woohoos this time. I'm mad. I'm mad. Oh, this is... Mm-mm. That's messed up. That's messed up, man. Gonna add a bunch of hours to my playtime just because the fucking puzzle won't work. We clicked in once and then we went down. I don't understand. Fuck you. Fuck you, man. Oh. This is what I'm angry about. This is what I'm angry about. And I'm justified to be angry about it. This is dumb. Man, if I was playing on CD-ROM, I'd have had to change my disc like 4 times just to fix that mistake. That's... Oh, it didn't like that I wanted to skip it. Oh. I'm angry. Alright, well, we've got a bunch of doors unlocked, so we just gotta... We just gotta go back. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not like I'm in a hurry or anything. I'm not... It's not like I'm speedrunning this. It's fine. This is just frustrating. I don't want to click on this! Oh my gosh! I wish it would just click on where I wanted to go. Oh my goodness. Having fun with Riven. It's great. It's going great, guys. This game's great. No bugs. I am surprised though that this game never got a remaster. Because like a lot of Myst fans really like this game. Not me. I don't like this game. I'm liking it less now that I'm having all these problems with my playthrough. But you know, a lot of fans really liked it, and it hasn't gotten a remaster. I honestly think it could use a remake, but like, I don't know. I think I don't know. I think there are just a couple of things that they could add that could make puzzles more obvious to solve. Closed captioning and like that one math suggestion. Honestly, that would have made my life a lot better. Why can't I not get out? Okay, this is the right way. We're getting there, guys. I'm actually exasperated about that. I'm very frustrated. Because we have to go the whole last way around. It's the most frustrating place. I wonder if it's because of the cutscene with the kid. I'm wondering if that's what hecked it up. I don't know. I don't know that it's the kid's fault. But I'm gonna blame the kid. Because there's nothing else that I've... Oh, shit. Nothing else that I've... Oh my god! Nothing else that we've done on... Oh, that's what's... I don't have to do the cutscene again. Cool. There's nothing else that I've done on this playthrough that hasn't... that I didn't do the same, other than I think I saw the kid before. I solved that puzzle on my private playthrough. We gotta wait for the car. That's it. I'm angry about this. There is no other game in the Myst franchise that I have this much frustration with. I think Revelation came a little bit close, but not to this degree. Revelation had a lot of the same problems. But at least it had closed captions. So, like, step up. We're not going to talk about Revelations, though, until we play Revelations. I think we have to play these cutscenes because they're the ones where the disc switched. So you can't skip them. Although it's kind of done that the only places I can use zip mode is on the elevators. Limitation of the time. I guess. Okay. Back up. That hurts Gin. Gin's resetting puzzles on me. That would be a freaky... Oh, I would actually really hate that. That would give me too much anxiety. Like, arguably, like, Gin locks the door. You can reset the door because, you know, now you have the answer to it. Excuse me. But that would just give me too much anxiety. Oh my god, and I don't know what it is. Are you done? I'm almost fucking there. I have to do this. Ah! God. I keep looking over this way. So I'm sorry. That you'll have to suffer through this too. Man, we would have... There's already a puzzle I would have solved. Another puzzle. Okay. Fucking stay that this time, please. I'm watching you. I'm gonna... fucking door. Alright. No. Fine. Okay. We have a save now. In case this decides to be frustrating again. I know it's not like the fish is resetting it or anything because I went through the fish before. So the only thing I could think of was the cutscene with the kid. To wait so long for those to finish. There we go back into the sub. Okay, at least we didn't have to wait for that. Okay. Turn around. 2 stops. If it hecks up, then I might have to quit because that's too frustrating. I have to go here because it's the only way to get something that we need to beat the game. So if it hecks up again, I'm going to be very mad and I might legitimately need to quit the stream because I'm just going to be grumpy. And I don't want to do that. Okay. Okay, good. Alright, now we have this pulley. And it's gonna bring it down, and now we can click on it because... Motherfucker. We have the platform now. Oh my god. That was obnoxious. Okay. And now we go up. Okay. We're getting there. Look, we're getting there. It's fine. The good thing is I'm going to go open a shortcut so we don't have to do that again in case it breaks. There's that guy in there. Alright. Now we can get up and down from here easily. Without having to do the pulley. Alright, open the door. And he's gone. What? It's the only thing we can click on. Gross. Poop water. It's not. It's just everything is brown in this game. Like, I get, like, having, like, muddy... I don't like games with muddy color palettes. That's just a personal preference of mine. But I think it's more frustrating to me that Riven has a really muddy color palette. After Myst, which has a gorgeous color palette. Can't see anything. What would that be like? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to click on that. Thank you. Now we can see and get out, but we don't want to do that. We're going to go... This thing about hiding behind doors. Common theme. Alright. This is the fucking puzzle. Okay. So this puzzle... I think it's pretty obvious that you can do association because you've seen at least 4 creatures by now. Apparently you can see the fish. I've never been able to see the fish. But you've seen at least 4 creatures that show up here. So like, there's the dino, there's the whalefish. You can catch the frog. Oh, there's that trap thing that I forgot to power. You can catch a frog. That's where it's shown up. And then the fish that are all over the island. I get the like obvious association. You could do that, but the how you figure out the order is it's the number on the balls and it's the sounds they make. The problem with that is that I've never found 2 of those. So there's 2 sounds that you can't get, which is like not the end of the world, but again, if you're not noticing that the balls are making sounds, like the balls where they're supposed to be, because you find the one in Gen's lap, but it doesn't make the sound it's supposed to make, which is fish. So I just don't like this puzzle. Like, this is like one of the biggest puzzles in the game, and I don't feel like they grounded it well enough to associate sound, animals, numbers. That's 3 things you have to keep track of, and I don't think most people did that. I mean, obviously they did, because they figured it out, but I did that on the right order, right? Yeah, there it goes. I was worried it randomized it again. It did not. Alright, we're fine. Alright. I don't know. I have thoughts. I will put my thoughts better in the review, but I just think it could have been done better. Okay. This is the first stage we've been to. In a fucking Myst game. This is the first stage we've been to. It's dumb to me. It's just dumb to me. It's a Myst game. And, like, obviously they hadn't started off that concept just yet. Also, we have to wait for the cutscene before we can link. Because, like, there had only been Myst, but, like, that was the really cool thing about Myst. They didn't do it. Can I link? There we go. Oh. We just got darted. Those guys are working together. Alright, more cutscene. They only speak in Dunny and Rivenese, which neither of those do we know. I also think that the point on the Catherine-Catran debate gets even worse because I think if these actors are not Native American, they very clearly seem to be dressed in a way that is Native American. And that doesn't help the whole anglicized names thing. So, I don't know. I think it's complicated. There's a lot of cutscenes in this game. That's like 90% of this game. It's just cutscenes. And that one big puzzle. Honestly. Like, there are like 2 big puzzles in this whole game. That one that we just did and the one with the domes. And it's like, I would have taken all of the little puzzles over all of the big puzzles. Alright. Now we get a cutscene. Cool. Just cuz. Just a bunch of little times that I feel smart over 2 times that I'm struggling to feel smart. It's the books. Lady. Alright, books. Let's get some books. Alright. That's the Riven looking book, so we're going to go through this one real quick. This font is even harder to read. I'm going to click through these real quick for anyone who wants to read them. So basically, this is Catherine's journal. She's going over, she linked to Riven because her sons told her that Atris was on Riven. And so she got stuck there. She wouldn't have found her people. They think she's a god because Gin isn't, but Atris is because he made the star fissure, according to the Rivenese. And so Katran's been hanging out with them. They think she's a god because she went with him into the star fissure, and he basically stopped Gin for a little while. At least for the Modi. And she's like, I don't think I'm a god. That's the thing I was looking at earlier. Alright. Let's see if this changed. Real quick. One. It does appear that that changed. Where are my numbers? 1, 2, 4, 2, 4. Yep, that changed. Alright, good to know. That also randomizes. We're not going to do that yet because that ends the game. That's how we signal Atris. And she left us a note that said, come find me, but you need to trap Gin first, because he might get wise on shit. That's the star fissure. And then she's talking about how she doesn't believe she's a god. So on and so on and so on. Alright. We have another cutscene. And then we gotta go back. Because that's all we can do here.
Sira po. Ibuko mo buko wisipo. Na bene. Tapo mo revene bene. Now, Katerina.
I think that might
Wisipo
have
polo
changed
na
too.
sepe yai.
If you actually read the journal, it's pretty obvious you're supposed to use the telescope to signal Atris. Because, like, she basically tells you that. Which is why I'm not going to mess with it. Alright. It's also difficult because the only person that we've spoken to and understand so far is Atris. And he's the only one that has told us kind of what's going on. And, like, I get not having a lot of dialogue in the games, and not all the games have loads of direct dialogue. They will have, like, recordings left by characters or something like that. So there's at least some spoken intermittent. But right now, it's just, like, you haven't talked to anyone who speaks your language. Which, like, mood, but... Alright. So we've done all that. We need to power the domes because Catherine said that the linking books to Gin's new ages are in the domes. So we need to go power them because if we go in them right now, they won't work. Fortunately, this puzzle should not change. Because I don't think the colors change and the dome's locations definitely don't change. So hopefully I get this right. I wasn't expecting the random outlets, and that makes me worried, because there's a little audio thing that I have to do later. I'm not timed on it, but... It's the first time we've been back here. I think we're gonna get a baby cutscene. Going through here. We'll see. We're getting close to 2 hours. We're kind of close. But I think we'll finish tonight on Riven. Just because it's frustrating. Yeah, we got a cutscene. Hey, ugly! Fuck you. Bitch ass. And of course, this is closed. You can't catch up to him. I tried. I don't want to. He's kind of dangerous. Okay. This is rotated back. Alright, so the other thing we raised is this. And that's gonna... There it goes. And now we have to go around. And we're gonna go up there. That's where we power the domes. And then we only... Technically, you have to go and solve where all the dome colors are. I'm not gonna do that because I'm frustrated with this game. And I don't want it. It's just that simple. But what you would do for the domes, and I already have it written down. That's not the right one. Each of the domes is associated to one of the colors in Yen's book, and each of the domes is associated to one of the colors. It marked the colors with the symbols on that underwater thing that we did earlier. And so that's how you know where the colored marbles go. But again, I don't want to do that. Because it takes forever, and I'm frustrated with this game for wasting my time. So, I already know where all the marbles go. That's the solution to the puzzle. And you have to go and stop all the domes to find all of them, and it takes a long-ass time, and I don't feel like doing that right now. Because I'm very grumpy with this game. It's not good. It's not good. Oh my gosh. Honestly, this game is less puzzle solving and just wandering around and finding things to click on in what order. Which I think is why it feels so frustrating. Okay. Okay. Where's my notes? We don't have a yellow one, so we go to orange. 6 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should go right there. Two over 4 down right there. For purple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if I can count. I wrote this badly. Alright. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4. One over 1 down in small square. 6 left. 1, 2. Okay. And then hopefully that's right. If not, pulling up the wiki picture. I don't think they would change this because it requires hunting down too much information. Okay. Something's not right. Alright, wiki picture! I'm not doing this. This puzzle's obnoxious. Okay. Yes, the Riven complete walkthrough. Fire marble grid. Maybe I didn't mark one of these. I didn't count it. Ah. Okay. Let's try this again. We might be at this for a while. There it goes. Alright, we're good. Okie doke. Alright, so now the domes are powered. So we need to go to a dome. Easy enough. Let's do 2 rotations and we could go to the one of it. And we wait for a while. For quite a while. That's part of the reason why I didn't want to hunt down the domes. It just takes so fucking long to wait on everything. That is like most of the playtime in this game is waiting or moving, and it's not actually puzzle solving. I think that's the frustration. Honestly, is that the puzzles it tries to do are too big and there aren't enough of them. I think it'd be different if it was like there were a bunch of small puzzles where it's like, here's a puzzle with numbers in order to open something earlier. But like the starfish you're not supposed to open until the end. And so I don't know. I just have a lot of thoughts. I don't want to go that way. I want to go to the dome over here. Hit that button. And we're gonna go on the dome. Alright, we're gonna go get meat again, so I'm gonna shut up. But the entire time I'm gonna be thinking just Gin is full of shit. So. Alright. I just have to. I think you might have to click it on the gold symbol. I'm not sure, but spam clicking it works, so. Alright, we need our password for this run. Okay. Alright, so we have 24, 25, 24, 20, 21, 18, oh wait. Easy. See, if we had done that, if you do that puzzle first, if you're told to get into the domes and do that puzzle first, then maybe I don't know. It's just frustrating. I just think that there are, like, just 2 major puzzles and there's no, like, build up to them. Alright, we have to sit through this cutscene because we have to go back to see again. This is a batshit age. Like, it makes sense for Gen, because when you learn about Gen more, his whole thing is like, well, I can make whatever the fuck I want because I'm basically a god, and so he makes shit like this, but that's also why his ages, like, are constantly falling apart. Like, all the characters are really good. The story is good. It's just the puzzles themselves are less than satisfactory. I'm gonna show up. I don't want to leave. I want Gen to show up. It doesn't look like they power right now. Oh, there's a button. There we go. We have a cutscene. Hello.
I apologize for the cage.
No, you don't.
I'm afraid this situation has often required of me a more primitive code of conduct than I might otherwise have chosen.
Rude.
I am Gen. I assume you've heard of me. Yes. Well, I suspect you have acquired some false information of who I am now. Not that my son would have lied to you about me. No, not Atris. It's just that, well, I'm sure he believes me to still be the depraved father I once was. Yes. He even tried to kill him once. God, if I had accomplished that, who knows what I would have become. Great father indeed, who tries to murder his own son. Thankfully, he trapped me on age 5, a prison of my own creation. No books, no precious eats, no ages to link to, nothing but my own foolish ambitions. That was 30 years ago. 30 years, 30 lifetimes, what does it matter? No sentence could be too harsh for the man I was. But I have changed. To be sure, the deeds of my past can never be completely atoned for, but my mission was an honorable one.
That depends on how you
I'm
view the
sorry,
dunny.
this is all a bit awkward. It's been a long time since I've attempted to persuade anyone of my intentions. Most of the people here have already made their minds up about me one way or another. I myself do not trust the words of most men, so I don't expect you to believe me. In the end, though, you may discover that I do have more than mere words to offer. Atris's choice of punishment has been hard on the people of Rivenese. Many have suffered because of it. The island has been steadily decaying for years, but according to my most recent measurements, it appears that the 5th age has entered its final days. Unless the villagers can be relocated soon, the island will collapse entirely and everyone will perish. It has taken me a long time to do it, but it appears that finally I'll be able to make some substantial amends to my past transgressions, especially in... well, I'm afraid I've had some trouble with Catherine and the moiety. In any society, there will always be a small percentage of the population with rebellious tendencies.
Usually if the government's fucked up.
Before Catherine appeared, the moiety, as they call themselves, had been relatively harmless. I mean, the natives here are a fairly violent people by nature, but I'd almost come to accept their presence. It seemed inevitable under the circumstances. Upon Catherine's return, however, their violence intensified considerably.
Because you're
It
awful.
seems she's become some sort of religious savior to them. And as far as I can tell, she's come to believe this herself.
Lies.
So I've had no alternative. I had to separate her from her people. I must admit, though, that my concerns were not entirely for her safety alone.
As a child bride.
actions of Catherine and the moiety have put my own life at risk on numerous occasions. Consequently, the lives of all the people here. Therefore, I must ask you to refrain from any attempt to free her. Though I'm sure Atreus desires it.
It's his wife.
Indeed, he must desire it with all his heart.
His wife.
But he is completely unaware of her recent state.
My eyes can't go back any further.
Which brings me to the point of all of this. The linking book you brought with you. You're very
Right.
fortunate to have recovered it.
You're very happy to have it.
If I may,
Yeah.
thank you.
Full of shit. Full of shit. Fuck you. I know what happens, and I'm still just glaring at it.
Perhaps it would be best.
Bye. I'll do that. Your time to do that, so I just went ahead and clicked. If you get a bad end in Myst, that's really satisfying, because if you return all the pages to one of the brothers, then you get stuck in their book. So it's very satisfying to see Gin get stuck in there. Okay, I know I'm giving Gin a hard time because I do believe that people can change over time, but as you'll see in a minute when I go skim through one of his journals, he hasn't. He's a fucking liar, and I hate him. He's the worst. He wanted to marry Katran when she was a child. Okay. We can't leave, so let's go down. Like, I believe that he is not the person he was, and that he may have gotten better, but fundamentally he still seems to hate Catherine Atreus. Because he got a new wife, and, like, with his superiority complex about the Dunny being perfect, the fact that he married a Rivenese and not a Dunny is something. Although this is also like Katran's childhood best friend that he married, and considering he forced Katran to marry him, I'm not super willing to believe that it was a willing thing. Alright, so this is his journal. Where basically he's just like paranoid about Katran showing up. And he's like, the Dunny are the best, and stuff like that. And it proves that he's just waiting for a trap. I need to hear that again. Because it definitely changed. Okay. That's not the same code that I had before, so I wrote that down real quick. Okay. Well, in any case, get out of here. So now we can go rescue Katran, because we've got skin stuff. So now we're gonna go rescue Katran. And what that was will make more sense. Alright, this is the only island we haven't been to. Oh, that's right, we need to power them. They don't have any power, so we need to go over to this. Alright, that'll power the linking books. Now we gotta go back to the age. We're about to beat the game, so. Or at the very least, we're very close. I'm waiting. Can I click? Just watching this dome go around and around, and I can't click. Okay. I promise I'll be in a better mood when we play Exile. Exile is so much better story-wise and puzzle-wise. It's not as good as Myst, and I'll get into that. I don't want to spoil it, but Exile is a lot better than this one. Okay. That was it. My dogs are upset. Alright, we're about to beat the game. Alright, so we gotta rescue Katran, and then we have to go signal Atris. And we're gonna be done. And then I'm gonna say goodbye. And not play this game again. I'm not a fan.
We have to move quickly. Gen's people may already know what's happening. Once we're back with the moiety, we'll have time to regroup. Can I see the book? You did it. We're all free. We're captured again.
The fact that she still thinks this implies that he also hasn't changed.
But there still is followers. I'm not sure what they'll do once they realize he's gone. I'll have to get the villagers to safety as soon as possible. You go back to the temple island and reopen the fissure. I know it's risky. It's the only way to signal Atris. I'll try to make it back there as soon as I can, but don't wait for me. Don't forget, the portal combination's in my journal. Good luck.
Like, she actually tells us where things are. That's all I needed to be like, oh, a hint. Good. And I mean, I guess you could do some of these things out of order, but you also, this is getting into alternate ending territory. So, my dog is very angry. I apologize. She's mad that I'm in here and that she can't be in my lap. Or that she can't see me, at the very least. She's needy. I'm waiting for my cursor. One day. There we go. I like how it's like, oh man, we're gonna be in trouble soon. Hurry up and signal Atris. And then it stays for a minute. Ugh. Love it. Just gotta love it, huh? Not at all. Alright. 25, 24, 21, this again. We're getting there, guys. You know, a bajillion cutscenes later, and we'll get there. Things you miss from Myst. Not having to wait like this. Another reason this game needs a remake. Or a remaster. Honestly. There we go. I'm gonna have to do that again. I need a different book. No. Yes. Oh no, that's the wrong one. That's... Yeah, this is weird. Waiting on the dome. We'll get there one day. There we go. Alright. Let's go Signal Atris. Beat this game. I don't feel bad for not doing the domes. Like, obviously I want to show off as much of the game as I can, but also this is my least favorite game. I don't really understand why so many, like, other than the world building. The world building is great, but like I said, it has that first time world building feel of like not knowing when to leave it, I guess. And so it just feels like the world building and the story is really good, but like the age is just so brown and there's basically only one. They're closing off our passages. Basically getting funneled back. That's fine, I needed to go this way anyway. Alright, what was the code? 1, 2, 4, 2. There we go. That's the starfisher. Alright, and now we unpop that. There we go. Black hole. We did it. We did.
There isn't much time. Where's Catherine? Where's the book?
Atris!
I don't...
Cuties. I think the romance is actually written pretty well, particularly if you read the books. Other than the whole...
Villagers are safely in the Rebel Age. I thank you.
As do I. You've accomplished more than I could have hoped for. You've given me back my life. The path home is now clear for all of
don't understand why he doesn't give you the book in this situation. He just lets you fall in the starfish. Even though it's repeatedly said that no one knows what happens when you fall through the starfisher. But you know, that's fine. It's crazy, though. Cool callback.
Now I understand. Endings and beginnings within the fissure. That rhythm cleft of stars that acts as both wall and a bridge. And though I am unable to understand how, the very flow of stars that brought my Myst book into worthy hands, I am sure served as a safe passage home for my friend. The age of Riven is closed forever. The people of Riven are free. Now I am at rest, understanding that in books and ages and life, the ending can never truly be written.
An assumption, Atris, that you just dropped us in a hole and we'd be fine. We are, but it's still an assumption. So yeah, that's Riven. I don't know if I'll get the review out this Friday, just because it's kind of a quick turnaround. We'll see. And I have a lot of thoughts, and I want to put them a lot better than I did in this video, or in this stream. I really appreciate you guys joining me. Yeah, that's Riven. It's I do think people should play it with a walkthrough, because otherwise I feel like a lot of people are going to run their heads against walls, because it's frustrating at best. I don't think all the puzzles are super clear, and there are a lot of things that aren't obvious that you can click on. Like, for instance, that gate puzzle that I pointed out earlier. And I think that's an issue too, that like a lot of the buttons are a bronze color while everything is brown, and so it's hard to see things. I feel like this game could really use like a remaster, really. Even if it's not fully 3D, if it's just like a graphics update and some better distinction in the color palettes, I think this game would be a lot better. But I'll talk about that more in my review. I'm gonna let the credits play because developers deserve credit and we should show that off. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. The actors were really good. They did great. I just realized that the brothers who directed this, one of them played Atris. I don't know. I don't know. I think Exile is a lot better of doing a similar idea to what Riven did, but we will get to that when we get to that. I will let you guys know when I do the review, when the streams will be back. It'll depend on how quickly I can get that review out. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. Is there a lot more credits than I remember? But that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. I don't have anywhere to be. So yeah, thank you guys for joining. I am excited to play through Exile. More excited to play through Exile than I was to play through Riven. So yeah. Though, I mean, the world building is really good. Like, I'm impressed that they came up with, like, their whole numerology system and a whole language, and all that is cool. But it's like, you can't just lore dump. You can't just lore dump on people. I wish there were more semi-interactions with people. Better heads. A lot of thoughts. A lot of thoughts. I'll talk about it in the review. I don't got time for that. We don't have time for that. Alright. I don't remember how much longer there is in the credits. I'm just gonna let it roll. There we go. Alright. Well, with that, thank you guys so much for joining. I really appreciate it. I will get the review out soon, and I hope you guys will come join for the playthrough of Exile. So yeah. Alright. Well, with that, I will see you guys later. Bye!